Good morning to all. This is Anil Kumar Reddy. In this session, we are going to look into the other concept in second unit, that is locus diagram. Okay. So in order to draw locus diagram, we are going to take a series RL circuit and a series RC circuit with fixed frequency. So frequency is fixed here, which means the given signal is an AC signal and the frequency is fixed. Okay. So by varying one parameter at a time, for example, if you take a RL circuit, first we are going to vary resistance. We will try to draw locus. Then we will try to fix the resistance and vary reactance, that is inductive reactance. Then we will get another locus diagram. In a similar fashion, we are going to look into the RC circuit with one parameter fixed at a time, which means first resistance is fixed, then capacitance is varied, so that capacitive reactance is varied, so that it will give you another locus diagram. And in last case, we will try to fix the capacitance and we will try to change the resistance in RC circuit, then we will get another locus diagram. Okay, so these are the methods we are going to follow to understand the locus diagram. Okay, now as you can see here, so first let us talk about locus diagram of series RL circuit. Okay, when you take a series RL circuit like this, and here in this diagram XL is fixed here and resistance is variable here, which means we cannot change the value of reactance, but we can change the value of resistance, and frequency is fixed. You cannot change the frequency also. Only the parameter we are changing is only resistance. Now if you take a diagram, circuit diagram like this, so here the resistance is, let us say, infinity means open circuit, and here let us say resistance is 0. Okay, you are moving from infinity to 0 resistance. Okay, suppose if the resistance is infinity, and if the resistance is infinity, which means the current, the load current will be divided into two components. So here it is voltage. Okay, first we let us understand the vectors that we are using here. So here first we are taking voltage on y-axis and current on x-axis. Okay, in an inductive circuit, always current lags behind voltage by 90 degrees. Okay, when the inductance is pure inductance, which means there is no resistance value. So here when the resistance is 0, when the resistance is 0, then voltage and current will have an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, when the resistance is 0, the voltage and current will have the phase angle of 90 degrees. Okay, suppose we know that the resistance is variable. No, when you are keep on changing the value of resistance from 0 to infinity, then the angle between voltage and current will be gradually reduced until it reaches 0. So at r equal to infinity, at r equal to infinity, then which means there is only resistance, very negligible reactance. In that case, this current vector is going to be in phase with the voltage, because when compared to the high amount of resistance, the inductance value is very low. In that case, the current vector will be in phase with voltage, vector. So when we trace all the points for each resistance, for example, at r equal to 0, that is on x-axis. Let us say r is equal to some 100 ohms. This will be the vector. Then let us increase the resistance. If the resistance is like 1000 ohms, this will be the locus. So when you trace all the tips of arrowhead, then it forms a semicircle, and that is the locus diagram of RL series circuit when the resistance is variable and the inductance is fixed in the diagram. Okay, so when you take an RL circuit and you fix the inductance, and if you can vary the resistance, and if the resistance is zero, voltage and current in the circuit will be 90 degrees apart, which means voltage leads current, or you can say current lags behind voltage by 90 degrees, because this is an inductive circuit. Okay, when the resistance becomes infinity, then the value of reactance, I mean inductive reactance, will be very low. In that case, resistance is very high, which means voltage and current in the circuit will be in phase with each other. In between these two extreme points, you can trace a path, and that path would be a semicircle. That is the locus diagram of RL series circuit when R is variable and inductance is fixed. Okay. So now in general, current I is equal to V by Z. Okay. And also you can take Z is equal to, as you can see here, current I is equal to V by Z, and sine theta is equal to X by Z, and Z is equal to, so that Z is equal to XL by sine theta. Okay. Or you can write I is equal to, therefore I is equal to V by XL sine theta. So if you write like that, let us take this equation as separate equation. Okay. Now let us talk about locus diagram of RC series circuit. Previously we discussed RL series circuit. Now we are looking into RC series circuit. Here also capacitance value is fixed here and resistance is variable. Okay. So now when you take voltage on y-axis and current on x-axis, okay, so here, as you know already, whenever you are using a capacitance or capacitor in a circuit, then current leads voltage by 90 degrees when the capacitor is a pure capacitor. Pure capacitor means there is no resistance element in that capacitor. So here, when R is equal to 0, when R is equal to 0, which means resistance is 0, so that only capacitance is present in the circuit. Therefore, in that case, the angle, phase angle between, or you can say theta, phase angle between voltage and current would be 90 degrees leading, which means current leads voltage by 90 degrees. Okay. So when, as we know already, this resistance is a variable resistance. As you keep on increasing the value of resistance in this manner, as you are keep on approaching to infinite resistance, then at one point at infinite resistance, the voltage and current vector will be in phase. So this will be the current vector when resistance is infinity. Therefore, voltage and current are in phase. So this happens only when the resistance is infinity, which means it has a very high value of resistance, so that the value of capacitance is negligible. In that case, voltage and current will be in phase with each other. Okay. So when R is equal to 0 in an RC circuit, current leads voltage by 90 degrees. When R is equal to infinity, then voltage and current will be in phase. In between these two extremes, when you keep on changing the resistance, then the tip of arrowhead will be variable in this manner. Okay, the tip of arrowhead will be variable in this manner. So when you trace all the tip of arrowheads, this tip and this tip, for infinite amount of points, then you can trace a semicircle along x-axis. Okay, so this is known as locus of a series RC circuit. Okay, when resistance is variable and capacitance is fixed. Okay, now what we will do is we will try to analyze whether we are taking a, I mean we are getting a semicircle or not. We need to identify, okay, the equations. So first let us assume that Ix is equal to IL sin theta and Iy is equal to IL cos theta, where IL is the load current, Ix is the x component, I mean x axis component of current, and Iy is the y axis component of current. Okay, so now as we know already, z is equal to root of r square plus xl square in when the impedance is given, resistance and reactance is given, then impedance z is equal to r square plus xl square. Okay, this can be derived from a impedance triangle. So this can be derived from an impedance triangle. Okay, you know it already. Also assume that sin theta is equal to xl by z and cos theta is equal to r by z. Okay, so now what we will do is we will try to modify these equations. Take Ix, okay, instead of IL we will write V by Z, and instead of sin theta we will write XL by Z. Okay, in that case then we will get V into XL by Z. Take that as separate equation. Then take Iy, and we know already Iy is equal to IL cos theta. So instead of IL I will write V by Z, and instead of cos Z I will write R by Z. Therefore we will get V into R by Z square for Iy. So let us take that as a separate equation. Then what we will do is we will try to simplify these equations further. So what we will do is we will try to square the above two equations. So I will try to write Ix square and Iy square, and we will add these two. So squaring and adding. So after squaring and adding of these two equations, I mean above equations, then we will get this simplified equation. So this is okay. So this is the simplified equation from squaring and adding of Ix and Iy. So we know already from this equation, okay. So z square equal to r square plus xl square. Okay. So now if you substitute this value in this equation, then we will get this one, Ix square plus Iy square equal to V by XL into Ix. So this is nothing but a equation of a circle. Okay, when we simplify this, we will get a equation of a circle. Equation of a circle means x square plus y square minus or plus. Okay, so this is a equation of a circle. 2gx plus 2fy plus b is equal to 0. So that is the general form of a circle. X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. That is the general form of a circle. And here you can see the equation is in circle form. Therefore, we can confirm that the locus traced when the resistance is variable and reactance is fixed, then we can trace a circle there. Okay, so the locus, we can confirm that locus is a circle. Next, here, then from the circle you can say the radius as well as the center. Okay, so from the circle you can say radius as well as center. Radius is v into v by 2xl, and the center is v by 2xl comma 0. That will be the center from the diagram shown above. Okay, so now what we will do is, in a similar fashion, so what we have done is we have taken an RL circuit and we have changed the resistance value and fixed the inductance value so that we can trace a semicircle, okay, along the locus. Now what we will do is we will try to take an RC circuit in a similar fashion, which means you take a source, connect it in series with the capacitance and resistance, where capacitance is fixed and resistor is variable. Okay, in that case also we will get the semicircle when you trace the current vector. When you trace the tip of the current vector, then you are going to get the semicircle, and that locus is also semicircle, and the analysis will be same. Okay, the analysis what we have done for RL circuit will be same for RC circuit, except here the inductive reactance is taken, and for RC circuit capacitive reactance will be taken. That will be the only difference. Next we will be looking into, so in previous cases what we have done is we have fixed the reactance and changed the resistance. Now what we are going to do is we are going to fix the resistance and we are going to vary the reactance. First I will take inductive reactance, which means I am going to take an RL circuit where the resistance is fixed there and inductance is variable. Okay, so as you can see here, when you take voltage, on y-axis and current on x-axis, what will happen is, so when you are taking an inductive circuit, definitely current is going to be lagging behind voltage. Okay, when XL is equal to 0, what will happen? When XL becomes 0, okay, when XL becomes 0 or XL, which means inductive reactance is 0, which means there is no XL. In that case, the voltage and current will be in phase. Therefore, when XL is equal to 0, voltage vector and current vector will be in phase. Okay, because there is no reactance. You have only resistance, therefore voltage and current will be in phase. So when XL equal to infinity, which means maximum of reactance, which means very small value of resistance compared to the value of reactance. In that case, what will happen is the current will be lagging behind voltage by 90 degrees, which means we will take it as a pure inductance. Okay, so when you are taking a pure inductance, voltage leads current by 90 degrees, or you can say current lags behind voltage by 90 degrees. So that is how this locus is varied. So these two are the extreme cases, and in between these two values of inductance, we can trace different arrowheads like this. Okay, when you trace all the tips of all the heads, so this is one tip, this is one tip, and this is one tip. So when you trace as many tips as you can, which means for each value of inductance you will get a arrow tip. If you trace all the points, then you are going to get the semicircle like this. So this is the locus of RL series circuit when resistance is fixed and inductance is variable. Okay, so now what we will do is Again we are going to understand whether the given locus is a circle or not. So with the help of these equations, as I told you already, so that in the same way you are not going to change any method. In the same method you are going to find the in the same method you are going to find the value of, I mean, equation of locus. So this is the final equation that you will get. It is also in the form of a circle: x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So that is the general form of equation. So this is in that general form. Therefore you can confirm that this locus is also a circle. Okay. So from this circle diagram or circle, you can always find I mean radius as well as center of the circle. So in a similar fashion, we are going to take, we are going to take RC circuit. This time resistance is fixed and capacitance is variable. Okay. Now when you look into the diagram, capacitance is variable here, resistance is fixed. Okay. So in that case, what we will do is we will try to take the fixed resistance and variable capacitance. So fixed resistance and variable capacitance. So now what we will do is, so first we will take voltage on y-axis here and current on x-axis. Okay. So when the reactance is 0, XL equal to 0, which means there is no capacitance, what will happen is, what will happen? The current vector will be in phase with voltage vector. So that is IY. Current vector will be in phase with voltage vector. So which means current and voltage are in phase. Or you can say the angle between, the phase angle between voltage and current is 0. Okay. Then only you can say that, voltage and current are in phase. Now what we will do is we will try to take the value of infinite capacitance or XL equal to infinity. So capacitance is expressed in farads, but reactance is expressed in, so XL equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc for capacitance and XC equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc for capacitance, and for inductance XL equal to 2 pi FL. Okay. So based on that value you are going to get some reactance which is in ohms. Okay, the units of reactance is in ohms, but the unit of capacitance is in farads. Similarly, the unit of inductive reactance is in ohms and the unit of inductance is in henry. So whenever a capacitance or a an inductance is given, you have to change the units, which means using 2 pi FL for inductance and 1 by 2 pi Fc for capacitance, you can find the reactance. Okay. When XL equal to infinity, in this case, when XL equal to infinity, which means infinite capacitance you are going to take. For infinite capacitance, the value of resistance compared to infinite capacitance is very low, which means it is more or less a capacitive circuit. So in a capacitive circuit, always current leads voltage by 90 degrees, or you can say voltage lags behind current by 90 degrees. So, this Ix is the case when the reactance is infinity. Okay, when the reactance is 0, voltage and current will be in phase. Or you can say in another case, when XL equal to infinity, then voltage and current will have 90 degrees of phase angle. Here current is leading voltage by 90 degrees. Or you can say voltage lags behind current by 90 degrees when the reactance of the RC circuit is infinity. Okay, so in between these two extreme points, then we have, if we change the value of inductance, we can trace each arrowhead for each value of capacitance or capacitive reactance like this. So if you trace all the heads or head tips, then it forms a semicircle, or you can say circle, as I told you in RL series circuit. So in a similar fashion, we can say that whenever you are taking an RL or RC circuit, whatever it is, definitely you are going to get a semicircle for every case, whether it is a variable reactance or variable resistance for RL or RC, whatever it is, then only you are going to get the semicircle as the locus. Okay. So here in each case, if you understand the first case in a better manner, then you can understand all the concepts. Okay. So with this, we have completed. So with this, we have completed the. So this will be the equation of a circle when you modify, or you can follow the same method just as we did for RL series circuit. Then this will be the equation for semicircle when the resistance is fixed and in capacitive reactance is variable. Okay, so this is how you can understand locus diagram. In next video we will be looking into, so in next video we will be looking into synthesis part. Okay, so this synthesis part is not so difficult if you understand it better. Okay, if you practice, then it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, you should not just listen and leave. You have to practice. When you practice only, then you are going to get the good result for your answers. Okay, right. So in next video we will be discussing synthesis part, but for now this is about locus diagram. Okay.